Well, yeah. But basically going back to kind of business models and microtransactions and stuff like that. I think that uh, I think it'll be interesting to kind of see where things go from here. Where as much as people kind of want to hate on microtransactions and blame them for all sorts of ill gaming, I think the reality is they're kind of here to stay. Mobile gaming being so heavily relying on actions kind of meant that basically it showed that it is basically viable to run a game with
Mhm.
microtransactions. And now you have huge games like Fortnite, which are basically free to play, free to download, free to start, and then then they sell emotes that they kind of totally rip off from other people.
Oh,
uh,
let's not even. Let's see. Let's see where where the lawsuits lead with that, because I'm
right.
actually keeping my eye on that,
Yeah, I think that'll be that'll be interesting to kind of see.
because that will kind of be precedent setting for IP protection
Right,
in my
right,
for in the gaming industry, like, because that could impact a lot of games that already have done that kind of stuff.
right.
Like Warcraft has like some Michael Jackson dances in it. It has you know,
Right,
a whole bunch of like really popular dances. So people could be going after Blizzard next.
right. Well, I mean, again, like discussed in the previous podcast, I think it's a little different because,
It's not a transaction, true.
right.
Um,
I mean, basically, Fortnite is literally making money off of these popular dances.
this is a Trinity and they got downed. What the fuck?
Some people don't know how to play.
Apparently, Trinity's like the tankiest of tanks. Uh, right, and that's interesting. That like
Right.
there weren't any red flags or someone said, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Well, I mean, games have had a long kind of history of essentially borrowing from pop culture. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you said, a lot of the World of Warcraft racial dances were essentially popular dances, popular things from other. Um,
Right, and I actually watched there's some lawyers that do YouTube videos where they analyze kind of cultural things that are going on from like the legal stance.
mm,
Talk if we want to go into this right now.
I mean,
Uh,
sure,
sure,
we're kind of
whatever.
meandering a little bit, but
Um, the channel is the Legal Eagle, I think it's called.
mm,
Just citing my sources, and his legal analysis of that situation is that he believes those dances are protected under fair use.
yeah, I think he sent me a link to that.
Because for dances, uh, there's two different kinds of dances legally. There's
Mm,
dances that are to be a stage performance that someone would pay a ticket to watch. That would be like a theatrical dance or something performed in an opera, for
mm,
example. Like the Nutcracker dances. Those are protected dances, um, because they are performed on stage for an audience.
right.
And then there's dances that are protected culturally under fair use that are expected to be performed in public as a public dance.
Right.
And his legal analysis is that he believes that the dances that Fortnite, for example, uses are tend to fall more into that public dance space because
Mm,
they're not performed in any formal settings. They're shown on TV, maybe music videos might have that formal protection.
Right.
But that's something that needs to be argued.
Right.
So, like, hearing his perspective on it was really interesting. Because I didn't know about private versus public dancing expectations.
Right.
Which then that kind of, when people start making these arguments and being like, oh no, it should be fair use. Well, study what the fair use for dances is first. Like,
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem is a lot of people kind of, make assumptions about how things work, based on obviously, very little research and like what they think benefits them. Like if you're a gamer and you want, having pop culture references in your games and whatnot, then you kind of like the idea of the games being able to use that.
Oh, but I need that chassis. Oh, but I need the link. Oh, but I need the chassis. Oh, but I need the link. Pain and suffering.
I see how it is. Don't even pick my item.
I needed the chassis more.
Whatever. You're literally the worst.
You're welcome. But yeah, so like if Blizzard had they do have a cash shop, but if they were selling specific types of dances on their cash shop, then they would be in a more legally unstable situation.
Right. I mean, and like a lot of looking at things like copyright violations and whatnot. Like there are a lot of times a lot of other different elements that go into it. Like are people making money off it directly?
Right. Just trying to bring this back into the microtransaction topic.
No, it's fine. And so like you could talk about Blizzard having having the dances as part of the game. Well, it's awfully unlikely that anybody's playing World of Warcraft just to enjoy the racial dances.
Right.
I think this is a cute. I mean, like Blizzard could pretty much like remove those and and have their own original dances plugged in there pretty easily probably. They don't need to they wouldn't lose anything. Whereas like Fortnite, they remove them from the cash shop their bottom line, and they can probably potentially replace with other dances. But are people willing to buy rando dance, rando crazy dance, or are they gonna want to buy the Carlton dance because oh my god that's so cool and that's a funny meme and all that stuff.
Well, and think about it, like that would cost them more money to have to pay a choreographer to come up with original dances, and then have to motion capture those dances. Like it would cost them so much more money to redo the dances if they have to.
Right.
On top of whatever fees and penalties they get for damages.
Right.
That could I mean, I don't know. It depends on how much they would get fined for theoretically, because I mean, they're making good amount of money on that game.
Right.
I mean,
it's kind of a question of what are they? How much are they? Based on how much it's going to cost them to replace those.
Which then that could affect their microtransaction system. Like.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that can affect the profitability of the game. The thing is, they still have a lot of people playing the game, so they can find something that people are willing to buy.
Right. Well, I mean, then they just kind of double down on their skins.
Right. Yeah, I mean but that's the other potential thing is if their skins are recognizable as being
Oh
homages to
my
something else.
goodness.
Right, right. I mean,
It could just
yeah, like,
open them up for more lawsuits, yeah.
right, right. I mean, and again, I think part of the reason why they're kind of they're such a juicy target is because they are a very big, Fortnite is a huge game.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, someone sees the unicorn skin. I wrote the last unicorn. Oh my goodness, I forget who authored that.
Peter Beagle, I actually know him personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I met him a couple times and used to go to Dragon Con a lot. So.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about the last unicorn. I've never read it.
It's also a movie with a really great 70s music.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of sarcasm, but.
No.
Mm.
No, I don't know what sarcasm is.
I know you don't. You're not too bright.
No, Ninja Sex Party actually made a song about Last Unicorn because there's some legal issues happening against him or something, and they were like trying to promote awareness about it. And they're like, yeah, this guy that we love that wrote this thing that we love, he's like having issues or something or another. I don't remember exactly. Someone fact check me. But they're like, here's a song about this thing that we love.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, I mean,
we are meandering hard, man.
Yeah, I was trying to. That side was me not going on another tangent.
Anyways.